Hi and welcome back. And yes, first of all, I want to say that I know I'm not as consistent as I am supposed to be here, but I don't know. Gotta start somewhere. So yeah. Anyways, point is that there's there's something that I've been seeing or noticing a lot around me, and I feel like it needs to be out there. Yeah. So the first things first is that people are shit scared of rejection. This has been spoken about so many times, but it's true. It's so true. Like at certain levels, I understand if you're scared of rejection. Like for example, if you're applying to a job that you really need, not just want, you need that job, and then you're rejected. I understand the pain or the anger that it causes, and that's valid. Like you're expecting acceptance and then you're not, so that's valid. But because of that fear of rejection, not even doing the first step, that's applying, I think that's very, you're you're not even putting in a little bit of faith that you could, you know. So it's like okay, for example, so I restarted college, and I have been participating in a few committees and clubs, and I'm part of the clubs, committees, and societies, and all of that. And like whatever I find interesting, I just apply. And you know, a lot of people are like, "Why? How? Why did you apply? Or what's going on?" And I'm like, worst case scenario is that they'll reject me, and so, and this attitude, it kind of intrigues people. Like they're like, "Why are you like this?" And I'm like, I don't know why I'm like this, but that is the worst case scenario, that they'll reject me. So I was just talking to a friend yesterday, and she said the exact same thing. And to which I was like, we were just like, we were having an entire conversation on this, and the conversation went to a point where, you know, how rain falls. What if the first raindrop says to God that, God, you know, if I go on the ground, I'm probably gonna flood the entire city or country or the entire globe. So I don't want to fall. But you can't, the raindrop cannot do that, right? Like the raindrop falls, and yes, in a few places it's accepted, in a few places it's not. Like there are a few places where it rains and there's floods and there's a lot of issues going on. And then at the same time, there are some places where it rains, and you know, like the farmers need the rain, they need the water, plants need it, the ground needs it. So sometimes the ground accepts the rain and sometimes it does not, but that does not mean that rain will just not fall, you know. Like I feel the rejection part is still a later thing to worry about. At least take your chance. Like I think whatever it is, even if it's a job, like literally this one time I did a very silly thing, not even, yeah, kind of a silly thing, where I had to do this interview for my English class, and I was like trying to, what my topic was basically poetry, and I was like, okay, who do I interview? So I had a backup plan. That was my friend who's a poet who writes poetry. I had her as my backup plan. My first plan was basically interviewing this Instagram poet, and a, a poet whose Instagram page I follow. And just by the, you know, just randomly, I literally DM'd him. I messaged him on Instagram, and I was like, you know, hi, and I've been following you for a while, and we have never spoken before this. I messaged him and I was like, I've been following for a while, and this is my project. I have to work on this, and I am inspired by your poetry. So, you know, can you answer these questions for me? And like, I think within a day or something, he replied, and he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, you know, what I'm trying to say is that if I had not taken that chance, I would not have done that amazing interview. I would not have known that poet in the first place. So, like, the worst case scenario is you'll get rejected, and I feel it's okay. Like, okay, like being rejected is okay, but feeling the anger and the frustration of being rejected is also okay. So, but you gotta choose, you know. So, point of this entire 4 or 5 minute video is that it's okay to be rejected, but it's not okay to not try in the fear of rejection. like if you want to apply to, I don't know, any university, a job, or anything at all, the worst case scenario is that they'll reject you. That's it. You'll mess up, but it's okay. So don't like take that risk. And it's not just in this case, even like, I don't know, you see this very inspiring person and you want to be their friend or you want to communicate with them. There are so many ways now, like you can literally text them or DM them, find them on social media and contact. Worst case scenario is you'll be left unseen. It hurts, but that's the worst case scenario. What if you actually end up getting the thing that you're, fighting for? So yeah, that's the message for today. Don't fear rejection, and yeah, bye and see you soon. I'll try my best to be here soon.